Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Connect Conference 2021 Day 1, brought to you by Huawei.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you again for joining us this year as we discuss the digital infrastructure as a key enabler for growth, or what we define Africa as the next digital frontier. We would like firstly to thank our sponsors for this series of events that you will witness this week. And again, on behalf of the Digital Council, Board, and leadership and the CEO, we would like to say thank you to all our sponsors for really being with us on a yearly basis. We sincerely appreciate your effort and time. We also appreciate your contribution, to make this organization what it is today. I would also like to welcome all the panelists this morning and thank them for really affording us the time to join us today. As we start, I will now welcome and thank the Deputy Minister, Phili Mapulane, who really, with all the busy schedule that he's been assigned because of local government elections, that he really came to join us this morning. Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. We really appreciate your time. I will now introduce the Deputy Minister, who is going to give us a keynote address this morning. Deputy Minister Phili Mapulane was appointed by His Excellency President Ramaphosa on the 5th of August 2021 as the Deputy Minister of Communications and Digital Technologies. Deputy Minister, he has been a student of what was then called Technical Northern Transvaal, now Tshwane University, and he obtained a national diploma in public administration in the 90s. He then advanced to get a BTech degree in public administration from then now what is called the University of South Africa today. He also enrolled for master's degree in public administration. He is someone who really is passionate about local government, and he's a seasoned practitioner on matters of local government. He spent 14 years in local government management and administration, of which he has led a number of projects that really helped to change some of the work in our local government. He also worked for the Department of Local Economic Development and Tourism, and he served in that position in the early 2000s, for instance, as a Chief Operating Officer. Some of the key highlights of the Deputy Minister is that he participated in a number of key international programs, again, dealing with local government. The Institute of Local Government Management of South Africa, a professional institute of municipal managers. A Society of Local Authorities Chief Executive, SOLAS, which is a professional institute of chief executives of local authorities in the UK. The Deputy Minister spent 3 months in UK, for instance, working with a number of chief executive officers of various local government in the UK. As a result, he has quite a lot of exposure on, for instance, big cities like City of London, and how, for instance, some of these global megacities operate. We are really honored to have such an experienced person to really be one of the leaders of our industry. In particular, someone who's got an understanding of local government, as our industry today is looking forward to working closely with various local municipalities. So we're looking forward to work with the Deputy Minister in assisting us as we navigate, various matters that involve local authorities. Without any further ado, I will request the Deputy Minister to address us and open this event this year. Over to you, Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much, Dr. Andile Ngaba, the President of the Digital Council. I must also take this opportunity to greet Dr. Hossein Ramokgopa, who has also been invited, who is the Chief Executive of Infrastructure South Africa, and also recognize Ms. Junita Clark, the Chief Executive Officer of the Digital Council Industry, and the leadership of the council, colleagues, members of the media, and all of you attending this conference. I greet you all and good morning. Indeed, we are very busy. It is that time of the year when we are encouraging our people to go and vote in the municipal elections, which will be taking place on the 1st of November. Next month, I think we're left with about 14 days, if I'm correct, to go and vote in the municipal election to determine the leadership of the municipalities wherever we are staying, because all of us were coming from a local municipality. And so I also wish to take this opportunity and encourage all of you on the platform to go and exercise your right to participate in the election of the local councillors, those who will be responsible for taking decisions that affect you directly at your local municipality. And thank you again for inviting me to address your conference. I must say, Program Director, that it was a pleasure to share the stage at the recent Sustainable Infrastructure Development Symposium called SITSA, which took place, I think, about 2 weeks ago. It was a pleasure to share the stage with your president, Dr. Andile Ngaba, as a member of the panel. And I think we had very good conversation. We had very thought-provoking inputs from all the panelists on the subject of the digital economy. I would like to, therefore, Program Director, thank you once more for inviting me. The digital economy presents many opportunities for self-realization. The ability to positively impact the world through technology has increased significantly. But for this technological progress to be truly felt across the length and breadth of our republic, we must ensure that all South Africans are given an opportunity to equally participate in the digital economy. As we continue to embrace the benefits of the fourth industrial revolution, which promises to usher in fundamental socio-economic, political, and cultural transformation, and indeed to change the world as we know it today, we need to make sure that we don't leave anyone behind. That working with all the industry stakeholders, we need to ensure that the benefits of the fourth industrial revolution accrue across all South Africans, irrespective of where they happen to find themselves located or their class orientation. Although the COVID pandemic has helped accelerate the digital economy, it has also further marginalized poorer communities and widened the digital divide. Many of our children and youth, particularly those from rural areas and other marginalized districts, could not continue their education because they simply did not have access to connectivity or they could not afford it. And of course, Program Director, one of our greatest challenges today that confronts us as a society, in addition to the triple challenges of poverty, inequality, and unemployment, is the stark reality of youth unemployment and social exclusion of our young people from the mainstream economy. Statistics South Africa estimates that youth unemployment constitutes about 60% of the total unemployment in the country. This is a ticking time bomb. Our role as policymakers and industry stakeholders is to respond to this dilemma and to ensure that we make digital transformation a reality. Digitization touches all our sectors and with it brings a myriad of opportunities for our people. We are in full agreement that digital infrastructure such as towers, data centers, and the fiber that connects all of this has the potential to create tens of thousands of job opportunities. The outbreak of the pandemic has rapidly increased digital adoption, and Africa experienced the most rapid growth of international internet bandwidth to 17.7 terabits per second in 2021, growing at a compound annual rate of 45% between 2017 and 2021, according to the latest research from your council, the Digital Council Africa. According to this research, inter-Africa traffic accounted for 16% of the total international traffic. Closer to home, Program Director, and ladies and gentlemen, we have witnessed the rapid expansion of broadband deployments into underserviced areas, the medium and larger towns. The uptake rate has on average grown by 50%, largely driven by the COVID-19 instance. Many people needed reliable connectivity for working remotely and attending schools online. To support the growth in the sector, the independent regulator, which is ICASA, is embarking on a consultation process with stakeholders on aspects pertaining to the licensing process for high demand spectrum as well as WAN. Thereafter, the authority may amend or reissue invitations to apply with a view to conducting an auction by the end of the current financial year. If all goes well in line with the truncated timelines and milestones as published recently by ICASA, it is envisaged that the regulator will license the high demand spectrum no later than the end of March 2022. Minister Nchaveni has already pronounced the expectation of the department that the process must be fair, it must be open and transparent, and it must be in the interest of all South Africans. We do note, Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, that currently there is a litigation that is ongoing by Telkom. Now reported lately that MTN has also joined that litigation. We hope that these matters will be resolved as soon as possible and they are not going to have any further delay in the decision to release the spectrum. In addition, the following policy pronouncement by His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa during the 2021 State of the Nation address. The transition from analog broadcasting to digital terrestrial television under the Broadcasting Digital Migration is being accelerated. Cabinet has recently adopted a new broadcasting digital migration plan, which will see the country concluding the analog switch off across all the 9 provinces by the end of March. We've already pronounced on this plan. We have had a press conference. We are doing awareness across all the country. We're calling on all of our people who are earning less than 3,500 per month to register by the end of this October, so that government can assist them and allocate the necessary digital devices to enable them to continue to watch television beyond the analog switch off. The broadcasting digital migration completion is critical for South Africa to meet its international telecommunications union obligations, which will give effect to efficient use of spectrum and improve the quality of media services while also unlocking the development opportunities in the broadcasting industry. In addition, the department earlier this year released the draft data and cloud policy. This direction aims to transform South Africa's economy into the data-intensive and data-driven economy. This policy acknowledges the need to realize the socio-economic value of data through policy and law, and to ensure open data that is made freely available for use, reuse, and republishing as a party wishes. Of course, subject to ensuring protection of privacy, confidentiality, and security in line with the Constitution of the Republic. 2 months ago, the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure gazetted the draft National Infrastructure Plan for 2050, which of course was also presented at the recently held SITSA. The plan, which was prepared by Infrastructure South Africa, aims to ensure that the vision for inclusive growth is achieved. Furthermore, the plan seeks to identify the most critical actions needed for sustained improvements in public infrastructure delivery that will have impact in the short term, but with the longer term outcomes in view. It also has a strong focus on digital infrastructure and the role it will play. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving ahead at a rapid pace, and we are hoping to make fair progress, but we still have some distance to travel. There is an urgent need to unlock the potential within the digital and the ICT economy to stimulate job creation. This requires creating an enabling labor market environment by building a skills workforce, addressing exclusionary hiring practices, bridging the digital divide, and aligning sector-wide efforts, resources, and interest towards a common set of prioritized initiatives. It is in the same spirit that the Digital Work Accelerator was established. The initiative of the Digital Work Accelerator is a public-private collaboration between government, industry, and social partners that aims to unlock the job creation potential in the digital and ICT economy. As leaders of this industry, we have the opportunity and even a responsibility to give this initiative a purpose it requires. Along with the values of leadership, passion, accountability, collaboration, diversity, and quality, we must form the pillars which will establish a sustainable digital economy and drive the fourth industrial revolution. As I've already mentioned, connectivity is potentially the most critical component of the digital economy. And the towers, fiber optic infrastructure, and data centers are some of the areas where we expect future jobs to come from. Our task as leaders is to respond to ensure that we make digital transformation a reality, by also ensuring that we're doing our part when it comes to skilling the next generation of digital workers. One of the greatest threats to realizing the digital economy is the lack of skills. We must continue to invest in developing skills for the digital sector to grow. This is an important task, and as government, we call on all stakeholders in the sector to work together to ensure that skills development is at the forefront of what we do. This industry has the potential to aid in the economic growth, injecting dynamism and ingenuity that Africa needs. And together we must unleash the economic power of the digital world. In fact, some of the industry players or some in the industry are saying that this industry is at the point where gold mining was in the early 1900s in the Wits region, Witwatersrand. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we need to start to cultivate a culture of innovation amongst our people so that they can harness the potential that the digital society will bring. I'm glad to report that the department has made significant progress in its aim to support this industry in achieving its goals. Let me take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to congratulate the Digital Council for the excellent work that you are doing, that we have been doing, and are continuing to do on behalf of the sector. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed by the department. In you, we think that we have found a valuable partner in this organization, and we believe that together we will achieve the goals that we've set for ourselves. On behalf of the Minister Nchaveni, myself, as well as the Department of Communications and Digital Technologies, we wish you a successful deliberation at this, the 2021 Digital Council Africa Context Conference. I wish to take this opportunity, President and ladies and gentlemen, to thank you once more for inviting me to come and address your conference. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. We really, as an industry body, we sincerely appreciate your time, and we take those comments and messages from you and the Minister very seriously. It is true that partnership, as we have said, of working together, both public sector and private sector, that we can build this economy, the African economy, the South African economy. It is that partnership that can truly address the issue of creating digital jobs and make sure that, you know, the next generation is employed in this industry. So to us, working with government is something from the genesis, from the beginning. It's something that we value and we take very seriously. And we truly believe that it's that partnership that you have clearly articulated that will drive us to the fourth industrial revolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, we trust you enjoyed the session. Thank you to all our sponsors and partners for helping us bring this event to you. Please click on the next link to join the following session.